on, the running back has it. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's King. Makes the grab. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
I tell you what, these big body tight ends that can catch the football in the corner routes, it doesn't have to be a perfect throw. You know, usually you got littler guys, it's hard, you got to put the ball more on the money, but this big dude can just go up and get it. You just throw it near the sidelines, he'll do the rest.
He makes the grab, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Cobb. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. They go to the ground. Punches ahead. They'll give him a yard to the 13.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Running to the left. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Bringing it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Using his legs, it's Alston. Got the first down and still on his feet. Gets away from one. He's got space. Touchdown, Tigers. He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Rutherford. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. To throw, it's King. Caught behind the line, it's Haynes. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Yellow Jackets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Keeps looking downfield. Look out, he's got room. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Haynes. At the 40, there he goes. He's loose. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. A great catch and run for 6.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like him. Just just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Simmons. And the returner will be brought down. This drive will open from the 15. Gonna run it. It's Alston. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Back to pass. He wants to take the top off. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions in the first half of this game. He's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere. An absolute ball.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Finds his man. It's Haynes. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays, exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head, get to him, hit him, get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
It's caught. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Little touch pass to the receiver. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Lining up for the PAT. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Auburn lines up quickly. The give to the back. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Makes the grab inside the 30. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Looking to throw on first down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see that.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And here's a fumble way behind the line. He goes out of bounds, no time remaining on the clock, and that'll do it for the first half. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down.
We've seen a lot of good hands in the back end of this defense in this game. They've got multiple interceptions. That was not a good example, though. That should have been another one, but they say people play defense for a reason.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Takes the handoff. It's Alston. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking for a huge play. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. They'll run play action. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better. Right, Paulo? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He makes a catch. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Using his legs, it's Alston. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Got room at the 35. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10.
At the 29-yard line. And they'll take over 1st and 10.
Tight end now in motion. Leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll try the run. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Might as well give it to him again. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the 3rd.
35, Auburn, 7.
So the final period starts with a 2nd down play.
Blue 22! Blue 22!
On the direct snap, it's Coleman. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. To the ground to try to move the chains. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Tries to get it on the ground. Looks as if Auburn will have enough for the 1st down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. With the run on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. They'll try to pass their way in. And they stop him again for no gain, and it will be 3rd down.
And stuff there, Jesse, on second down. This little third to mid-range. You got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a room.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Auburn!
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Looking to pass, it's King. Going over the top. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Motion from the back. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Snagged out of the air. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Unloads to the wideout. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone. They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. A few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. Looking for space. It's Haynes. Spaces. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
And I think the defense would be really happy with where they're at right now. They knew they had held their stud down to his little yards, but they're trailing. And this is the time where he's going to get the ball even more. So they got to be ready for him. It's going to him. He's a great back, and they've done a pretty good job all day.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Yellow Jackets are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Scanning the field, it's King. Quarterback on the move, still looking. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Big loss on the play.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
They'll leave it with the lone back.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last one...
Trying to burn this defensive back. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
And it's nice to play defense when you know it's a passing situation. They've got to throw the football. They don't have another option. You could tell they took advantage of that, played great D, broke on the football, and forced the INT and put one nail in the coffin.
Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8.
Georgia Tech.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
Base 27 jump.
Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the...
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.